Oh, 10:30 now and $10 million, a stool and a laptop. Justin Bieber's Coachella comeback had fans asking if he phoned it in or maybe is this a brilliantly redefined chill? Well, Carlee's Hot Mess Express is here to break it down why the bare minimum now somehow became maximum buzz this weekend. Carlee, welcome back to the news desk.
Hey Jay, how are you?
I'm good. So Coachella was, I guess, it was the first weekend last weekend, right? Now we've got the next weekend coming up this.
Yeah, and Justin Bieber will be performing again this coming weekend. So I'm kind of curious to see if he does the same, like, very simple kind of performance, or if he goes like a little bit bigger, maybe. I don't think he will, but we'll see.
So for the viewers, kind of give a quick synopsis of what happened. He was the headliner, wasn't he? He was the final act on Coachella.
Yeah, he was the headliner, and so everyone was like super excited for him because he has never headlined Coachella before. He's made appearances with other artists,
Hmm.
but he's never done his own act. So everyone was really like, "Oh my gosh, is he gonna play only his new music? Is he gonna play a little bit of his older music?" Well, what he ended up doing was just going out on stage. It was literally just him. He was sitting down in front of his laptop that was like sharing onto the screen behind him on the stage. And he was just going through YouTube and was kind of like, what do you guys want to hear? And so then he would just go based off of their reaction and then he would play the video and would just sing along to it. So it was kind of cute because you saw his very first video that he uploaded to YouTube, which is what got him discovered. And so he sang along with that. He sang along with some of his music videos. Like it was kind of cool, but also it just sort of felt very lackluster. Like he could have
Yeah.
done a little bit more.
Yeah. So essentially, he had no backing band. It was just him, really, with house music that was playing behind him on YouTube, right? I mean, you and I do that on Saturday nights when we're lonely ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. When I'm like cleaning my apartment and drinking, that's what I'm doing is I'm just singing along with YouTube videos. And I don't
Yes.
get paid $10 million to do that.
Exactly. Okay. So on a scale from artistic minimalism to, hey, I forgot my AirPads, how would you rate this Bieber effort?
I would give it a, hey, I forgot my AirPods. Like
Yeah.
I personally would be kind of upset if I paid as much as people pay to go to Coachella, especially since, okay, so because Justin Bieber was there, tickets went through the roof. And of course, where do you buy your tickets from? Through Ticketmaster. So you pay
Yeah.
even more. There's all those like fees and whatnot. And I would just be really upset because like Sabrina Carpenter, she had such an intricate performance. She had guests like Susan Sarandon did a guest appearance. Will
Okay.
Ferrell, he did like a little bit kind of where he pretended to be like a maintenance guy and like the power had gone out. So he was like complaining about having to fix the power and he had this power cord over his shoulder. And then there was even a car on stage that shot water out of the middle like a water fountain. It was so cool visually to see how much work she and her crew had put into this performance. And then by contrast, you have Justin Bieber sitting with his laptop.
Wow. Okay. So it kind of had that open mic energy, didn't it?
Yeah, essentially. And it really felt like he just had no plan. Like he's just going through videos, like, what do you guys want to hear? Do you want to hear this one? And then everyone cheers, obviously. And then he just starts singing. And I don't even think he fully finished any of the songs. I think he would do part of it and then he would just cycle through to the next one.
Oh my God, that's just like me. Again, when I'm listening to my music in the basement, I get through probably the first chorus. Oh, off to the next song.
Yeah, when I'm driving to work in the morning, that's all I'm doing is I'm going through Spotify. Like I listen to the best parts of the song and then I'm just on to the next thing. So I don't know. I kind of feel like you could have this same Justin Bieber Coachella experience in your car.
Has he gotten any blowback this week from it?
Yeah, he definitely has. It's weird. Some people are like, oh, he's such a good performer and he's such an amazing artist. He doesn't need all that fanfare. He can do a stripped down version of all his music. And then some people are like, okay, well, imagine if Sabrina Carpenter did that. People would absolutely roast her for not
Yeah.
putting in any extra effort. So it's kind of a double standard. And I will say a lot of people, the videos that I've seen are like, that was pathetic. Like you got paid $10 million to do that. And you did a sound check beforehand, and that was basically all you needed to do. You didn't have to rehearse any dances or anything with like backup dancers. So it's like,
Yeah.
what were you getting paid for?
So, do you think the fans got what they paid for? Do you know what ticket prices were for it?
I don't, but supposedly some resellers had like VIP tickets on the market for like $10,000.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I think if you just wanted like general admission for the weekend, it was like $1,200. I saw one girl say that she spent $1,200 to go, but she was like, so it doesn't have to be super expensive. Maybe it's just like a once in a lifetime thing that you go and do. And again, the ticket prices were jacked up because Justin Bieber was going to be there. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Justin Bieber. I
Yeah.
totally would go to see one of his concerts. I think he is a really talented artist, but I would not pay even $1,200 to go to Coachella and see that.
No, I wouldn't either. My kids, I remember this must have been 2015 or somewhere in that general time frame. I bought my daughters a pair of tickets for Christmas. I gave it to them as a Christmas present to go see Justin Bieber, and that was one of those, freak out things where at that time, they were only 15 or 14 years old. So I got to tell you this real too. I brought them to the show, just me and my two girls. We went to the show and they went in. They were old enough. Like I said, they were 14 or 15 at the time. And right across the street from the Fargo Dome is Buffalo Wild Wings. So I just sat in Buffalo Wild Wings through the concert for 4 hours or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Eating wings and watching sports and whatever it is, right? And I said, listen, the show should be over around 10:30, 11 o'clock at the latest. So 11 o'clock comes around and people are walking out of the Fargo Dome and they're all having young kids having a good time, and I'm waiting for my kids. I'm waiting. Pretty soon it's 11:15. They don't show up. 11:30. They don't show up, and I'm starting to get upset because we're going to drive back to Bismarck. And they got cell phones, but their phones died. Of course, they're taking videos and selfies and everything. And 11:40ish or so, 40 minutes after the show is over, they come waltzing across the street to where we had parked the car. And they're happy until they got to me, and I yelled at them because I'm like, what are you guys doing? We're like the only ones left here. Well, they went to Justin Bieber's bus. They saw his bus where it was, and they wanted to wave at him, and he went to the bus. So I felt bad about being mad about it, but still.
Yeah, honestly, that's pretty cool that you let them go in the concert by themselves. My parents never would have done that.
I'm pretty
They
progressive.
would have. You are very progressive, I will say. And you drove all the way to Fargo for that?
I did, yeah. We went to. It was a nice night for us. We had pizza before. I brought them to the show. It was rather nice. I'm glad they got a chance to enjoy a little bit of Bieber fever at that time. Do you think any other
Yeah.
artist would be able to pull this off?
Honestly, if Taylor Swift did something like this, her fans would eat it up.
Yeah, yeah. Those Swifties love. They'll do anything. I bet. Right. Okay. So did the
Literally.
swag era maturity actually work, or I'm guessing this next weekend, Bieber's going to go full on, right? I mean, he can't do this again if he's getting, he's getting blowback from it first weekend.
I I don't know. I could see him being like kind of like, forget you guys. I can do whatever I want. Like I'm Justin Bieber. This is the new era of my life. Or I don't know, maybe he goes big. I hope he puts in a little bit more like production value. And I don't know if he's just gonna play music from the new Swag albums, like you mentioned, or if it'll be a little bit of like his older stuff mixed in with the Swag albums. I don't know. Which honestly, the Swag album, I listened to the first one. I really did enjoy it. There's a few songs on there that I really liked. So I think if I was going to his concert, I would
Yeah.
enjoy seeing some of that. And I don't know like if he's gonna have some special guests maybe. I think that would help a lot. But
Hmm.
then there's also like reports supposedly like he's had some financial troubles. So maybe he's just trying to get like a really good paycheck from Coachella. I don't know if that's the case, but and he just doesn't really
Yeah.
care.
I've never, I think he's got two songs that I'm familiar with, but I did like that song that him and Kid Leroy did. What was that, Stay or something?
Yeah, I really like that one too. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure he did that song. I'm guessing he probably did. But was Kid Leroy there, or was he on the YouTube video behind him?
Yeah, he wasn't there, and I don't know if he actually did do Stay. I can't remember. I had listened to like all the songs that he had done, but I can't remember if that was one of them. It would have been cool if the Kid Leroy would have shown up. Like the only
Yeah.
reason I know who he is because of that song.
Sure. I mean, has Kid Leroy done anything else other than that song? I mean, he had a pretty promising career off of that hit.
He did, and I know he's done some music, but I don't really care for it like I do that one. I don't listen to it. I don't
Okay.
like try to seek him out or anything, you know.
Justin has been notorious for starting concert tours and ending concert tours early, and sometimes, just not even finishing a tour. Do you think as he's getting older, is there something going on between his ears that maybe he, I don't know. Is there something happening there?
I kind of think so because when you get so famous from such a young age, like that's gotta mess with you to some degree. And he has been fairly open talking about his mental health struggles, but it does seem like now he's maybe in a better place. I mean, he's married, he has a kid, he started a new
Hmm.
clothing line, he kind of fully removed himself from the last clothing line that he had, that Drew House. But I don't know, to some degree, it's like, what do you have to be bummed about? Like, you have so many things going for you in life, but then also you're in the public eye from the time you're 14, I think, until now. You really don't have a ton of privacy. I could see how that would mess with you.
Yeah, I can understand that. But, I mean, just retreat back to your mansion and just stay there, really, to be honest with you. I wouldn't, it kind of sucks. That's what I do anyway, and I'm not even rich.
Yeah, same. I'm such a homebody. If I was famous, you would never see me. I would be in my apartment and just hanging out. I wouldn't go out and about. At that point, I would just be door dashing everything. Someone would go get my groceries for me. I would be like, who is it? Anya?
Yeah, yeah, and
Like,
yeah.
yeah, I don't think she has really done any concerts. Like, she was just kind of a studio artist or something. And she has a castle that she lives in alone with her cats, and no one ever sees her. That would be me.
That would be you. Okay. Live Nation, do you think Coachella wants, do you think Live Nation wants their money back? Bottom line, 10 million, or do you ask for a refund?
No, I don't think they will. I think they probably see it as a win that they got Justin Bieber and that they actually got him to show up and perform. So I think for them, it's a
Yeah.
win, and they'll probably just go with it, you know?
So if someone offered you $10 million, be honest here, would you do more than Justin did, or would you just take the stool and laptop and play videos?
No, I would definitely do more. For $10 million, dollars, I would learn a dance or two, and I can't dance. So, I mean, that kind of says a lot. But yes, I would 100% do more. I would maybe do some outfit changes, you know? Like I would want people to walk away feeling like, man, she can't sing to save her life, but she put on a good show, you know?
Boy, oh boy, I'll tell you what, those outfit changes came fast and quick. And you're right, she can't sing worth a lick, but she's a snappy dresser.
Yep, and that's all I'm going for, you know?
Well, I'll tell you what, Coachella on the bucket list for you. I know you were talking here earlier this morning that you wouldn't mind going. I mean, I think it's a cool festival. Not really my music, but I guess just to be around the vibe. If somebody gave me a ticket, an airline, and paid for my hotel room, I would check it out for a day.
I would too. And there's a lot of other stuff that you can go and do as well. Like brands have booths set up, and you can also get like a lot of free things like products from brands. So I would go for that. I would go for the people watching. I think that would be so fun. I think I would try to see artists that I haven't heard of because there's a lot of different stages and a lot of musical acts that are not super well known. They might be more
Yeah.
niche. I would, you know, try to go see those. I would just try to experience as much of it as I could and not even maybe necessarily see the big acts.
Yeah, I think it would be fun to check it out. I love music, and I think it would be fun to do one weekend or whatever it might be. I'm not sure if I'd be the guy doing 2 weekends. That whole crowd getting in and out would be outrageous. I did see the lines for people to get in and get parked. Kind of crazy for that. I mean, it's 3 hours for some people to drive in and find a parking spot. So there's a lot of people that show up. And plus, you got to think this is in Southern California, right? Indio, California.
Yep.
Temperatures there probably pretty hot.
Very, very hot. And that's what a lot of people complain about is it's hard to dress because you need to be cool during the day, but then in the evening it cools down quite a bit and then people get really cold. So you kind of almost have to have like two different outfits for the same day. But honestly, like I think the outfits would be super fun, like coming up with weird things that I wouldn't wear here, but I maybe would wear in California because like who cares? I don't know anyone there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it'd be fun.
Well, get your tickets for Coachella 2027. Carlee Gifford will be headlining the Friday night portion of the music festival. And she will have a lot of snappy dresses or whatever attire she's going to have, but she's not going to sing very well, we can tell you that.
Yeah, I can promise you that, but it'll be maybe a little bit funny. Maybe it's kind of a little bit of a like a parody. I could do a parody of Justin Bieber, of his
Yeah,
performance
you could
this
do that.
year.
If they give you 10 million bucks, it's worth it.
Yeah, for $10 million, I'll pretty much do whatever they ask me to do. Not well, but I'll do it.
All right. Well, Carlee Gifford, the Hot Mess Express, once again pulling into the station. Thank you so much. Appreciate you filling us in on that Bieber fever that happened last weekend. We'll keep an eye on this weekend. Is he playing again Saturday night, shutting down the festival?
Yep, he'll be. Is he Friday or Saturday? Whatever he did this past weekend, he'll be doing that same time slot again this coming weekend. So yeah, we'll
Okay.
probably be talking about his performance a little bit again next week.
Okay. Sounds good. Carlee, thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
You got it. 46 now past the hour. We'll take a break here at the news desk. We'll be right back.